Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. Before we get started, I do want to say if you're new here, I do have a giveaway currently on my channel. So if you want to enter it before it ends November 10th, I will have that video linked down below in the description box for you to check it out. And also, if I do sound a little stuffy, don't mind it. It's just been really cold, so you guys know how that goes. But just like my previous video, we're going to jump right into the actual nails. I don't have any new products to show, so let's just go ahead and get these nails done. I'm going to be recreating another fall set just because I thought this was so freaking cute. But before we get into everything, I am just going to start by applying my nails. I'm using the Kiara Coffin No C Curve, and using my new way of applying my nails, I'm just going to go ahead and let this process play out. Like I always do, I'll cut them down to my desired length, and then we'll get into the application. So now that I got all of my nails prepped, we're going to get into the application. This application is going to be really quick. I did decide to use some Polygel today. This Polygel I'm using is from makartt. I love this color. It's such a pretty nude, and makartt's Polygel is just honestly my favorite Polygel to use. Just like I always bring up, whenever I'm using their Polygel, it has the most perfect consistency. It's like more on the stiffer side, so it doesn't run all over the cuticle. Whenever you're trying to pat it in place, it stays exactly where you put it. So like I always mention, if you've been having trouble with soft Polygel, I do recommend makartt's. At the moment, I don't have a discount code for them. I did, but they recently moved all of their products to the Amazon storefront, so I don't know if I have a code for them yet. They told me they would reach out to me, but I haven't heard anything. So once I get a code for the Amazon storefront, I will let you guys know. But yeah, I'm going to be doing one bead on all of my nails. I think I did go back like off camera once I was finished and kind of raise up the apexes just a little bit, but for the most part I only use one bead on all of my nails. As you guys see me doing here, I'm just smoothing out the rest of it, and then you will see on the next nail once I cure this one how I apply it from start to finish. So I just put a line going down the entire nail from the nail bed to the tip, and then I just start to press it out over the entire nail. Most likely I will start up at the cuticle area just to make sure everything is good in that area first. And then once I spread it to the side walls, I'll start patting it to the sides of the nails. And then once it's completely covered, I'll start to smooth everything out. Whether I'm dragging it back to the apex area or down to the sides, the tip, whatever you may have to do, you always want to look like all over the nails from different angles to make sure that the polygel is smooth and doesn't have any dips and everything. And that's just the easiest way for me to explain my polygel application. But if you are a visual learner, you can just go ahead and watch the rest of this play out. And I'm also using 91% ice purple alcohol as my slip solution. But yeah, that's basically how I do everything, and I'll just let you guys go ahead and watch this play out. So for my thumb, I did add a little bit too much towards my tip. And as you guys see, it's taking me a little bit longer, but I'm not going to cure as is. I make sure to at least smooth it out to the point where I don't have to file a lot, because usually, like, I believe when I first started, I would just say filing would solve everything. Yes, that's true, but I feel like it's so much easier to just get the nail as smooth and decent looking as you can before you cure, because once you start to file, it's just going to take so much longer than it needs to be. So never rush on your polygel application. One of the things you can really appreciate when it comes to polygel is that it doesn't dry on you unless you cure it. So you have all the time in the world to work on it, remove it if you want, try different beads, smooth it out, add more. You know, there's just a lot of time when it comes to polygel, so make sure that you are really smoothing the polygel out before you cure. But now that I'm done with all of my nails, I'm giving them a little wipe before I start to file. And then just like always, I'm going to go in with my hand file underneath the sidewalls, go around the cuticle a little bit. I do use my hand file when it comes to polygel a lot more, because like I say a lot, I feel like I say a lot of this stuff all the time, so sorry if it does sound repetitive, but when it comes to polygel, it's so much softer than acrylic, so I do like to have a little bit more control with the hand file. So that's just what you see me doing here, reshaping the sides, getting them really straight. And then once I'm satisfied with like the overall look, once I'm done with the hand file, I'll go in with my e-file and do some cleanup underneath the nail if it needs it, and also just to file around the cuticle area a little bit more and seal everything in. Also, let me know down below if you guys like to watch the filing and shaping part. If so, I will start to add more in. I feel like some days I add more than others because it all depends on what I'm feeling when I'm editing the video. So if you guys like it, maybe one day I'll just like not even look through it and just leave the whole part in, but of course speed it up. That way you guys get like the real, you know, process of it. So let me know down below if you guys like to watch the filing part, or if you just like for me to keep it short. So I actually just remembered why sometimes I don't show a lot of the filing, because I do wear a peel off base under all of my nails, and once I get to my thumb it did pop off. Like, I was able to get through all of my other nails before my thumb, but sometimes like my other nails pop off before, and it's just a lot to keep putting it back on, reapplying my peel off base, curing them, and then it's just a lot. So sometimes I will just edit that out. So if you don't mind seeing that, let me know and I'll start to leave it in a few more videos. But once I got all of my nails shaped, filed, and buffed, this is what they're looking like. A few more of my nails popped off, like once I cut the camera off, so if they look weird around the cuticle, that is why. But yeah, this is the nail set I'm going to be recreating. I saw this on Pinterest and I thought it was so cute. And I've been really into brown fall nails. And then I also love the white to it, so like I just thought it was so cute. So that's what I'm going to be recreating. To start off with my French tips, I'm going to be using my new Vita Bella white gel paint. If you guys saw in one of my previous videos, I did just kind of show you some new items I got from her, but I haven't used it quite yet. So this is going to be the day I test it out, and I'm going to be using her white gel for my Frenches. And right off the bat, I do want to say how thick this gel was. I did not expect it to be super thick like this. I feel like the quality is definitely there. Like, this gel paint is really great, but for what I was using it for, I feel like it was a little too thick because it took me way longer to just fill in those small areas for my French. I can't remember if I did switch it out for a looser gel or not. I think I just ended up using this gel paint because I wanted the look of them to be like all the same texture or whatever. So if I remember correctly, I did end up just using this gel paint for all of my Frenches, which I'm going to end up doing 4 but 3 on camera. Yeah, this gel paint is really great, especially for small details and intricate designs, but I feel like I should have just used a looser gel paint or like a gel polish to create my Frenches because it took me way too long to get these done. But I am going to leave this one just a little bit slower so you can see me just work at this French tip, and then for the second two I'm going to add on camera, I'll speed it up so it doesn't take as long. Now that I got all of my French tips done, I did my thumb off camera. I'm adding some Bomb Nails white gel polish here because I will need some looser gel polish for the next part. I'm also going to be taking two browns from makartt. One is called Hazelnut, and I forgot the other one, so I'll have these linked down below if you guys want to check them out. But I do have a dark brown and a light brown and also a white gel polish. Before we go in with the nail art, I'm going to be taking my not polished matte top coat and just going over my ring finger and my thumb. I will be doing some sugar sweater nails on these, so I do need that base to be matte. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first before I sugar on my design. When it comes to fall designs, I just immediately think of sweater nails. I just think they feel so nice and cozy. Like, they just set the vibe for me. And also, they are really easy. I love to do it this way, where I just put two lines parallel next to each other and then connect the left to the right. And it's just been so easy once I learned that technique. However, you can do sweater nails and like different patterns. You can go in with the hearts or make them diagonal lines, basically whatever you want them to look like. But personally, I think I like this one a lot more, and this is the one I would technically go for. And you want to make sure to keep this design super neat, because once you go on and like sugar it, it's just gonna look really messy because it starts to like get a little bit thicker, and it may not look as neat as it was before you like sugared it. So make sure you do it really neat, or as neat as you can. And it's not going to be a sweater nail until you go in to sugar it with clear acrylic. So once I'm done with my design, I'm not going to cure it just yet. I'm going to sprinkle on some clear acrylic powder and then cure in the light for 30 seconds. For my next two nails, I am going to take the browns and do a really simple plaid design, just like the inspo nail. For my darker brown, once I placed it on the nail, it was way too similar to this brown here that I'm currently adding. So I don't know if I left it on camera, but I did end up adding some black to it just to make it a little bit darker. And then you'll see me go in with that. With doing this plaid design, I was really able to test out the brushes finally, because I was trying to get these lines really straight. For some of them, I end up doing really thin lines. So for these brushes, I think they work so amazing. And I really love how much control I felt I had with these brushes. Like, I don't know if it makes sense, but I just feel like the quality of these brushes made my lines come out a lot better. I feel like my hands weren't as shaky either, like I always say they are. But for the overall lines, I think these brushes were a nice addition, and I'm really happy that I got them. So one thing I did end up switching or just not adding to these nails like the original photo had. In the original photo on the Plaid nails, it was like a dark brown stitching part. I did try it off camera, but mine didn't look right, so I just decided not to add it and just move on to the next nail, which is what you see me doing here. And I just really love this nail because I felt like it was so different, and I don't think I've done anything like this. So all of these lines I'm adding now are going to be basically in the background of my side French sweater nail. It's going to be like a plaid in a way, and then also another sweater design. Like, it was just so cute. But I'm going to do you guys a favor and not try to explain it. I'll just let you guys watch this part play out. And we are approaching the ending to this video, so if you've enjoyed this video so far, make sure to go ahead and give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and also leave a comment down below. So for this design, once I was done with all of my base lines, I did go ahead and add a matte top coat on top. And then I'm finishing off with the sprinkle acrylic to create that side sweater look. And I really enjoyed this nail. I feel like a full set like this would be so freaking cute. Moving on to the next nail, also something else I added. So once I was looking at this design, I thought it needed a little bit more brown, just because, like I've been telling you guys, I've been loving brown nail designs, and also I just felt like the brown wasn't like even throughout the nail set. So for my first sweater nails I'm just adding some brown hearts, mainly two big ones and a small one, just to kind of complement the look of them. And I've gotten so much better at hearts. I remember during Valentine's Day this year, I was complaining so much how I couldn't create hearts, but now I finally got the hang of it, and I'm just so happy. As you guys saw, I did go ahead and sugar my hearts, and this is what it looks like. I did the same thing to my thumb. And don't mind this bird if you guys can hear it, or crow, whatever it is. Don't mind it if you can hear it. But wrapping up this video, I'm just adding on the top coat, the matte top coat, to the other plaid nails. And once I'm done, I'm gonna go ahead and cure. I did want to add some rhinestones to this design, but at the time I felt like these gold rhinestones were not what I wanted them to be. Trying to get gold rhinestones in the shade that I really want them is so hard. So I just tried them on my nails, and at the time I didn't like them, but watching it back on camera I felt like they didn't look too bad. So maybe I should have just added them in like anyways. But like I said, I didn't end up going with them. I just went ahead and applied my cuticle oil, rub that into my cuticles, and this is how the finished nails turned out. And I love them. I think they look really cute. If I could change anything though, I would switch the position of my middle finger and my index. That way my plaids would be like on the outside and it looks a little bit more cohesive and even. But I love how this set looks. I love the browns and the whites. And I just love how easy this design was. If you are a beginner at nail art, this is definitely something you could do without too much time and not too much work. I really did enjoy using those nail art brushes from 𝕚𝕚𝕚. Also her gel paint, really great for intricate nail art, but it's super thick for what I used it as. But I will have all of these products linked down below. And yeah, that basically wraps up today's video. Let me know what you guys thought about today's set, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.